Do you know that money doesn't move randomly in these financial markets that you trade? Let's talk about intermarket analysis and money flows. At any point in time, you can gauge what the global risk sentiment is. There are different categories of assets. We have commodities. Those are the gold, silver, and so on. What you need to know about commodities is that they retain intrinsic value in and of themselves. So when there's uncertainty around the world, when there's risk, commodities like precious metals tend to run. Another category of assets you need to know are the safe haven assets. That is the JPYs, the CHS. These are called safe haven assets because their central banks have very low interest rates. So organizations around the world like to borrow money to do business from these central banks because those loans don't accrue and accumulate interest. What happens is when there's risk of there's geopolitical instability or political tension, they convert their money back into these currencies to repay those loans, which can cause them to appreciate. Another asset class that we have is the equities. Those are your S&P 500, your NAS 100, stocks. These assets are called risk assets. They thrive when the economy is doing well, when the economy is booming, when there's relative stability and people are feeling risky. They want to grow their money, they want to grow wealth. Now, all these three have a special relationship, especially with the currencies that benefit or lose, depending on which one is doing well. Let me give you a quick example. The Australian dollar is closely linked to the performance of gold because they're a major exporter of gold. So if you find out that Donald Trump says something weird that creates instability around the world, for example, tariffs, and gold starts rocketing to all-time highs, what you will find out is that the AUD will similarly start outperforming. So what you can do is look at crosses like Euro AUD, GBP AUD. And if you check the chart for those currency pairs right now, you'll find out that they've all been in long-term downtrends. Euro AUD will be going down, GBP AUD will be going down, because globally the regime is risk off, gold is appreciating, and so the currency pair most closely linked with it would also be likely to appreciate. You need to do quite a bit of study to get this. I'll teach more about this in my mentorship. Send me a DM if you want to register. I'm Velos the Trader, and I'll talk to you later.